Greetings, YouTubians. Real quick video. Well, it seems like all of Hollywood is not completely anti-2A. And I got a list here of a few people, few actors who I like. Well, few actors that I like. One that inspired me too, to get a Glock, of course. I'm going to start with number one with Brad Pitt. Brad Pitt owns firearms. It comes to go. He owns firearms. He even has a 1879 Winchester rifle that his great-great-grandfather left him, in his will. So basically, Brad Pitt is pretty much armed up. He's not, he doesn't take anything for granted. He protects himself. And number two, Samuel L. Jackson, I think Samuel L. Jackson is probably, he probably might not agree with some of the 2A things that happen, but he owns guns. And like he said, if he has to use them, he will use them. He said, like, even in Pulp Fiction, the prop guns that they had right there doesn't compare to the guns that he has. He's not going to say how many he has, but he does have them. And number three, I am so proud of this one, Meagan Good. You might remember her from the first Friday. I mean, she's a good actress, But apparently somebody broke into her house and they did a home invasion, but she wasn't home. But the thing is, they made themselves at home, cooked breakfast in her house and stuff. And, basically she called 911. And after that, she decided, hey, I'm not afraid of guns, so basically I'm going to get a gun because, I can't count on the police. Like she said, she can't count on the police. And so she trained and she got herself a Glock 19, even though I prefer the 17 because 19 is not my preference. And number four, Angelina Jolie. Who'd have figured? Who would have figured? But, Angelina Jolie, she's like a, she's not quite pro 2A, but she does have guns. And she knows how to defend herself because if you've seen in most of her movies, she is a bit of a badass. But, the thing is, okay, hats off to her. Even though she's not one of my favorites, though, but hats off to her. And finally on this list, the guy who inspired me to take a second look at a Glock. It was all in a movie called U.S. Marshals. And, I'm always going to have the highest respect for Tommy Lee Jones. Tommy Lee Jones, said, do yourself a favor, get yourself a Glock. Lose that nickel-plated sissy pistol. So the thing is, Tommy Lee Jones, since, apparently he's from Texas, of course, he owns guns. I'm pretty sure he has lots of guns. He even has a musket and possibly, I know he does have the same thing as Brad Pitt has, a Winchester. I don't know what year, but he owns, lots of guns and that man knows how to shoot. And, not all Hollywood is anti-2A. That's all I can say, but anyhow, I thought I'd share this with you folks. And remember, arm up and don't be afraid of firearms. They will not hurt you as long as you don't have this. This is your safety. Do not put it on the trigger unless you're going to fire at something. And if you're going to fire at something, make sure it's a threat. Because if it's not a threat, then you'll be someone's pet or somebody's little troll. Ooh, yeah, baby. Yeah, you want to go to prison? You go right ahead, man, because you're going to have soft skin. Man, just think about it. Getting one right up the butt, boy, I'm going to tell you. Just if you get a gun, don't abuse it. Use it if you have to. That's it. Take care and have a good one.